Hey, welcome to this video. Today I want to show a little comparison between a V-Ray render and an Unreal Engine 5 render that we've got here. So I have these Evermotion scenes lying around, and I very simply imported, just basically used Datasmith to import the different elements. So there's absolutely nothing fancy to what I've done here. Used in 3ds Max and just export the Datasmith scene. And I was trying to make sure I would leave a little bit of the differentiation between the elements to be able to sort out any issues here, like the parquet floor that I had to go back in and correct quite a bit. So I'll show you that in a sec. But in the meantime, here I just wanted to have a little bit of a side-by-side view here of all the elements of the scene. So let me turn all the lights back on. Some of these are active and some of these are not, and I'll go back into the camera here and show these two side by side. So they look really similar. I hope you'll agree with me. We're very much there. Obviously, there's still a few differences. We're still working in real time. Let me get rid of the gizmo and I bring that render back on. But we're very close, especially considering the fact that this scene here on the right is probably running. Let's just have a check right now. Running on my 2080 Ti here at HD sort of resolution. My screen is that's running at a good 80 frames per second, which is absolutely incredible. So we're really pretty nearly there. We'll notice that the subsurface scattering is not yet supported, I believe, but everything else is so easy to set up. So apart from the Datasmith, I did have to go into the floor material and go in there and sort of rebuild it a little bit from scratch. But I'll show you briefly. Obviously, if you're completely new to Unreal, you may want a click below and watch my workshop where it's 90 minutes where I take you through the basics of how to set up a scene and you can watch that. But here you know, there's really nothing kind of completely overly complicated, and even for the normal map I actually used this black and white image, which is originally from the 3ds Max scene. So it's incredibly easy to set up. I played a little bit with the roughness with this sort of fairly standard, but it's not that complicated either, with a minimum value and a maximum value into a lerp node, and here using that same image again as the contrast here. We'll observe, however, that again this was done by the professional hands of people at Evermotion. If we go into the one element of that parquet floor, that they did unwrap the UVs properly so that this image would be mapped accordingly to on the floor. So here, with a little bit of tweaking, we got back a really decent kind of floor, and I love how it looks sort of lived in and so realistic. Yes, so we'll have to do a little bit more work here on the curtains and things like that, but here it's pretty incredible how everything kind of gets rendered. I'm even sort of looking at the background here where the light is being distributed absolutely perfectly. So I've got quite a few more scenes to share with you. They're kind of, you know, just a show and tell. It's really exciting to be able to play around with this and to communicate my findings to you. And you know, what I love about any new features that Epic comes up with is that whenever there's a new feature, that means less for us to do, which is just great. There's less of the pain, less of the tedious stuff, a lot more of the fun stuff, which is here, like the lighting. So this is again just showing around here, seeing how we'll get this very, very realistic result. So I've actually got another video that will talk about the lighting setup with my friend Pascal, and I look forward to sharing that with you. I'd like to again sort of see what your opinion is with regards to the realism compared to a V-Ray image here. And again, it's not that easy to keep them both side by side. I should have pre-rendered one, I guess. But here we're getting very, very close to a complete realism or photorealism from a real-time Unreal scene running, in this case at 80 frames per second, with a pre-rendered image, an offline render, which depending on your machine could take quite a number of minutes or hours. So thank you very much for your attention, and I look forward to seeing you in the next videos. Please let me know what your thoughts are. Are we nearly there? Are we there yet? Does the real time match the offline? Let me know in the comments, and I look forward to seeing you very soon.